And we are back.
Ready to ascend once more.
Guys, we're going to keep going for this.
It's not been something we've been avoiding, it's just something we've been avoiding.
I haven't...
The holidays make it hard to practice this. We wanted to get this in December, but it just didn't kind of work out. Because this is new. This is 2019, right?
This is 20... No.
Is this going to be
2018 still?
This is going to be 2018? Never mind then. We're still in the...
This is tomorrow, technically.
Oh, is this tomorrow? Never mind then.
Yeah.
I thought this was appearing a week from now.
No.
One last try for the new, before the new year, guys.
We wouldn't be recording it today if it was a week from tomorrow. I'd be like, let's take all our time, all that we need.
Oh, never mind then. Well,
but
I'm a dirty
you're right,
liar.
though, about the holidays. The holidays have been a difficult time for practicing and trying to get this going.
Yeah, so many things that we've been starting the Couchling's Choice now, which thank you all you Patreons. It's been, you guys, I don't know why you give us money, but you guys have make this worth doing the channel, even when it gets exhausting from time to time. It makes you guys make it worth it. Even the non-patrons, all you Couchlings make it worth it.
Yeah.
Comment below if you haven't in a while. We'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, comments have been good lately, but I feel like I haven't heard from anyone that's been a Hollow Knight fan. So it's like,
we haven't forgotten.
There's no use to here, friendos.
Yeah.
We
haven't forgotten about Hollow Knight.
No, we haven't. It's just hard to. It's the hardest part of the game.
It is the hardest part.
And like they don't even expect a bunch of people to do it, let alone.
We also don't want to give you trivial content. That's part of it too. So.
Yeah.
We're hoping that keeping it once a month or once every 2 months until we finally beat it, or until
once a month, essentially.
Until Hornet DLC comes out or anything. I know one of our commenters said, "Oh, are you gonna play the Hornet DLC?" It's like, yes, it still hasn't been announced though. So
no, nothing's changed since last time.
Nothing's changed since the last time that we they've done a little bit of an update saying, "Oh, here are the 3 guys that are trying to hunt down Hornet, and this is what it's gonna be about." So it is actually gonna be a DLC, but how big the DLC is. How long the adventures? Is it going to be a 10-hour adventure? Is it going to be a 2-hour adventure?
It's going to be a DLC? Is it going to be a different game?
Yeah.
I assume it's going to be a different game.
Well, they said DLC though. Like they did not.
Did they say DLC or did the commenter say DLC?
It was on their website.
Oh, okay.
It said DLC still, so it still sounds like it's going to be part of this game. But how long that DLC is, who knows? They've been working on it for a while.
I don't know why I dream nailed that.
Got home. This came out what? 6 months ago? 4 months ago?
What did
this DLC?
4 months ago? Probably 4-ish months ago.
4-ish months ago.
Give or take months. Yeah.
So yeah, they've been working on Hornet since way back.
They've been working on Hornet since even
the
before.
Beginning.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine probably sometime in 2019 is when it's going to come out, along with the New Adventures of Cuphead or whatever that DLC is called.
Yeah, the one where they have a female cup or whatever.
Yeah, they get the Chalice. Miss Chalice joins you.
Yeah, that's right, Miss Chalice.
That'll
the Chalice
be cool.
Angel or
that is going to be a game when we come back to. It's going to be difficult.
It's going to be hard. They're going to be like, oh well, we saw that you guys did really well this last one, so guess what?
We're gonna have to like play through that game for an hour or two before we jump into like the next bosses with that.
Oh yeah, it's
similar to this game.
It's gonna be really bad.
You have to warm yourself up. You can't be just like, yeah, I'm just gonna play.
I played for probably 8 hours in the last 2 days just trying to practice these bosses. Now I didn't get to practice every one of them, so there's gonna be some that could potentially like wreck
you
me.
Over, yeah. But I mean,
but I practiced the normal ones, you know like Markov and stuff.
There's only like 3 bosses that give you trouble. Like it's Markov and Zote. And then other than that,
I still don't understand Zote, man.
Zote,
he's got so many trick shots and like fake outs. It's like, come on, everyone else in this game has tells. And you can learn them.
Yeah.
But
almost every game has a boss that doesn't have tells.
Yeah.
And Zote is that boss for this game.
I assume Zote is like the yellow devil or whatever in Mega Man. I heard he's pretty well hated. Now I don't know his like mechanics or anything like that.
I love the yellow devil. I drew him for a Capcom tribute book. It didn't end up getting in, but it was by Udon.
That's the yellow devil though, so like I assume it would be. You know, like it's hard to really nail it down.
I love his character design though. It's so simple but elegant at the same time.
Isn't it just like the Japanese like astronaut looking type of?
It's almost just a yellow amorphous blob with a black and red eye, and it's got like pudgy hands, and I don't know. There's something about that design that I really like because it is so simple and looks deceiving, but at the same time menacing. I did a piece on that a long time ago because what was this, back in 2012?
Yeah.
2012, 2011, maybe even 2010. Udon, a publishing company that makes the Street Fighter comics and Mega Man comics and a bunch of other stuff. They work with Capcom, and they make art up books. And for a while, they were making a series of tribute books where they would take submissions from artists to be part of the book, and your payment was you get a free copy of the book.
That's kind of cool though.
So in a way,
you make the book, you get a free copy of the book, and you get to be put in a book. Like that's pretty.
Hardcover $50 books. It's like, okay, I'm getting paid like $60 for being in this.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
I understand it too though, because it's like exposure, but not in a way of exposure.
They also made it so you can sell a limited number of prints of that as well. So Capcom was pretty cool about it. Like, hey, you made this Q piece that you got into the Street Fighter tribute book. You are allowed to sell 80 prints or something
really?
like that. Yeah, so I can still do that because I made it into 2 of the tribute books. I made it into the Street Fighter. It wasn't Street Fighter. It was Capcom Fighting Tribute. Yeah, because I didn't make it into the Street Fighter one. I don't think I had time, but I did make it into the Mega Man one.
I swear you did. Right?
I made it into Mega Man with a Chill Penguin piece, but I made at least 10 or 12 pieces that I submitted. And I think
maybe they wanted to accept a bunch more pieces from you, but they didn't want to like over accept the
most
book,
of the pieces were kind of I believe the reason why I got Chill in is because no one really draws Chill Penguin, which is a bummer.
Isn't he like one of the first bosses
he's the
in
very
most of the
first
games?
boss, and I think it was the only Chill Penguin piece in that entire book. Most people drew Mega Man, most people drew Zero, and I knew I can't draw those guys as well as someone else that's gonna get in. I wasn't good enough at action scenes. I wasn't good enough. Still not that great at action scenes. I need to work on that this year.
Kind of like how Bliss is working on backgrounds right now.
Yeah, kind of like I spent the last year working on, for those of you who don't know, John Bliss. He's a artist on Instagram and Twitter. He does very much pinup stuff, but he's very good. He's got a very liquid style.
He's got a very round, floaty style.
Yeah,
I like it. Not floaty.
appealing.
That's not the terminology I want to use.
Curved.
Curved and
He has a very
round.
curvy style and draws a lot of buxom women.
Yeah.
But
JONBLISS. He's on Twitter. You'll find him.
Yeah, I mean that's the crux of most what artists want to do. At least artists that want to challenge themselves.
We've actually got some prints in the recording room.
Yeah, back before
we appreciate Bliss.
Yeah, he's a cool artist.
Yeah.
But I spent the last year working on backgrounds and really trying to work on characters and backgrounds, and I feel that I've succeeded in a lot of areas to that, and my background work has gotten a lot better. I still want to spend the year working on backgrounds some more because I believe that I'm still not where I want to be. But I do think now this year, I think I'm going to try and focus on storyboarding and working on getting characters in action sequences. I wanted to do an action animation this year, but I just ran out of time between doing the Patreon animation and just having lots of client work. I just haven't had time to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna spend this year working on some storyboard stuff, working on maybe like UI design, stuff like that. Just branching out. I think one of the key to being a creative individual, no matter what you do, is making sure that you're always trying to find some new avenue to improve upon.
Yeah.
It's one thing that we've talked about before, and it's something that irks me, but it's because I care so much about art that I overthink it more so. I was listening to Jake Parker's podcast. He created Inktober.
We talked about him. We talked about him in
we talked about him a couple of times. We talked about him in Hollow Knight at least once.
We talked about him in Cluster Truck.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But anyways, he on his podcast he just remarked, "Oh hey, my wife told me one day, it'd be nice to have a conversation with you that wasn't about art." And I find myself falling into that kind of category sometimes because I
will admit,
when you are in that, like, that is your life, you base it around there, and when you're a creative or you're an artist, for you that's just who you are.
Look guys, I have 4 life seed hearts now. Okay, go on. Sorry, I needed to. They're gonna be like, wait, he had 3 before, now he has 4.
That's pretty good.
You were saying, yeah. I agree with you 100%, man. I've taken note of it too, and I was like, man, Sam always has a default that he feels safe and goes to. I'd really like if we could discuss about other potential other things. So to hear that you were like, oh yeah, there's always a not a default, but there's definitely like you were like there's a conversation piece that I feel safe in.
It's not even so much feeling safe about it. It's just what I'm more interested in is the problem.
Yeah.
And other things outside of it tend to just fall by the wayside and just don't interest me as much. I mean, I like fitness for the most part, but not to the degree that other people do.
Never mind. I'll leave the joke out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very into fitness, actually. Oops.
Yeah, I wouldn't say very into fitness.
You're very.
I have a fleeting fancy with fitness.
You're not into it like where you're like, oh, my macros and my my other stuff, you know. But you're very much like, oh, I have to work out today. I have to do these. God damn it.
I think
I feel like I'm jumping, but it's not jumping through.
I mean, so much of working out for me, I didn't used to like running.
Yeah, I still don't.
I've gotten to the point where I like it because it does allow me to clear my head. It's just a very not relaxing but cathartic experience in some ways.
Yeah,
I don't get a runner's high. It's more so it allows me to get out energy and kind of work through my thoughts. You know, depending on the day. Some days I'll be happier. Some days I'll be sadder.
Dude, that's exactly why I like to run. When I could run. I can't really run anymore, but when I could run, that was exactly it. It was my therapy for the day. It was my chance to be like, you know what? I'm going to listen to metal music, or I'm going to listen to happy music, or I'm going to listen to something else today. And then you get the exercise through and out, and you're like, wow, I feel much better afterwards. Because you're right.
Yeah.
It does give that feeling of kind of like, all right, whew, at least I have control over this, you know, type of thing.
Some kind of control over some aspect in your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I talked about this on, we played, Darkest Dungeon yesterday, and I talked about it a little bit. But I mean, I've been listening to some like meditation podcasts and stuff of that nature, and it's just been interesting to listen to what people's perspective on it. And it's not so much about like, hey,
I forgot.
You're gonna be feeling fine after this. You're gonna be great. Meditation's gonna solve all your problems. Like, no, it's literally just about being self-aware, and it's something that I've always had a self-awareness. I believe I have about other people and myself. But it is interesting to just take, 2-3 minutes in the day and just kind of go, okay, how am I feeling today? I feel like shit. I feel like garbage. That's okay.
Take inventory of your personal or mental state. Yeah.
Just kind of, it seems like meditation, the more I'm learning about it, the more it's just, you're just doing like a self-examination, like going, okay, how am I feeling? You're not feeling great? That's okay.
3.
You're not supposed to feel great. This isn't gonna make you feel
4,
great.
5,
this is more
6,
about you just
7,
learning to accept what is and just
8,
go like,
9,
what?
10.
That's it. I guess
11,
that is what it is. So you just have to kind of move through
12,
and
13.
push forward.
9, 10. Sorry, 11. 12, 13. So they're equal damage right now. You're right though, 100%. Like it's not meant to be the cure. It's meant to be the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And then it puts things into perspective, or at least helps things be put into perspective. 14 hits total for both of them. So 1, 2. He does gain some health back. Die. Just die. Thank you.
He's gone.
Yeah. I was just trying to even out so I have minimal amount in the fucking hell zone that is...
the Sisters of Battle.
Yeah. No, the Sisters of Battle ain't too bad. Now, obviously, I say that and fuck up, but...
Are these females?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or the Mantis Lords. I always took them as... Yeah, they're females, because the Sisters of Battle, this is just Mantis Lords. And then it exposes it to, oh, they're the Sisters of Battle, once you defeat this first one here.
Is Lord...
Lord is a male and a connotation, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I was interested.
Yeah, you're right. But you find out for sure that they're female, other than lore-based, right now.
Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, they do indicate it later on. Oops, I did not mean to do that.
Not that I have a problem with females being called lords. I just thought there was a different...
there is Lord and Lady. Yeah.
Oh, I can see why they didn't call them ladies then.
Yeah, Ladies of Battle. Or no, not Ladies of Battle. Lord, what the hell's their terminology?
I don't know.
Mantis ladies. It doesn't have the same like awesome
Ring
context.
to it, yeah.
If they're lords, it's because they're
the lords of the land.
Well, they're I think the lore based off of everything is that the Traitor Lord was the one who left them. Oh fuck, I forgot.
Was that their brother?
That was their brother, yeah, or a family member essentially, and he left.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm too busy talking right now.
I'll talk for a little
and he left and accepted the blackness. Come on, accepted the corruption, essentially, as into his body, and he was actually able to not control it, but at least be like, have it kind of like, what's it called with Venom, where it's like a symbiosis with the blackness.
I hated that boss.
I forget. It's been so long, guys, since I've had the terminology. I hate the Traitor Lord. Like he's one of the easier bosses to on Radiant.
I still remember getting so close to beating him every single time. I think it took me 8 tries to beat him. Yeah. Only for me to, because I kept continually dying on the last hit. So I kill him, but he would do a finishing move, so I'd have not enough health to win. That was stupid.
Yeah, he's one of those harder ones, and we actually beat him originally when he was one of the easier bosses. He did less damage anyway. That's what they changed up.
Right. Good thing that was the last of that set.
Yeah, I knew it was the last of the set, so I was like, well, you know, I'll do a little talking.
So how do you get 4 of those? Did you have to do something special?
I had to defeat all of the bindings for the first 2 Pantheons, or first 3 Pantheons, I think it was.
Gotcha. Hey, it's MARMU.
Yeah. MARMU! Oh, God. No, stop it. Stop it, MARMU. Stop it. This is like I feel the most protection in this state. Ah, fuck. No, stop it. Stop it. And then I can just keep unleashing it, and no matter where he's at, I can just keep trying to keep him away from me, at least for an attempt to try and keep my fucking life seeds. Ah, he's so fast! He's a dick.
Yeah, I don't like that boss.
Well, it's a little bit more manageable in the larger areas, in the larger level, but that is the ascended level version, where the level's a lot smaller, so he bounces faster. Why am I getting hit? I didn't feel like I was actually inside of his hitbox.
You just barely hit his hitbox, just once or twice.
That sucks.
Hey, it's Broken Vessel. Long time no see, buddy.
You're right, though. You're right. I did a little practice against him. Was Broken Vessel or the Broken Wanderer? I think it was Broken Wanderer or Sibling. I forget what it's called, actually. There we go. 1 down. No, thank you. That's cute.
He's hanging out with his heavy metal
It was the
albums.
second version of him that I was practicing against, not the first version.
Bam.
Dude. I know what you're saying though about the about working out and feeling better afterwards. It's a form of therapy. And actually, I think it increases your oh boy, it increases your endorphins. I was like, something dolphins. E-dolphins? It increases your E-dolphins.
As long as it's not Echo the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, that does not increase your endorphins. That increases your regions. Those are statistically correct based off of medical knowledge. Trust me, I know a nurse. I hate how I don't have iframes in that. God damn it, dude.
Yeah, you're getting wrecked.
Yeah, I'm fucking, because there's a million things to fucking get hit on.
Usually you handle this guy very easily.
I try and don't use spells on him because, you know.
Right.
There's some, I need to save up my spirit and my soul. But whatever, I'll regain it here.
Here we go,
Shio!
Master.
I did a little practice against Shio. Not saying that I'm going to get it correct.
Favorite boss in the game.
Shio? Because of the painting?
Yeah, because of the painting. It's an interesting boss.
Whoa, where did his blue stuff go?
I'd say it's this and the Collector, in terms of just
You
design.
like the Collector?
I don't like facing him. I like watching him fight, and I like his animation and his design. Just simple and elegant.
Not everyone hates the Collector, but the Collector is one of those bosses where it's like a lot of people are like, oh fuck, man, I hate fighting.
Oh, I don't want to fight them.
But you're right.
Yeah.
The idea of the Collector is really cool. I thought I can.
Very Miyazaki.
Yeah, you're right. Kind of like with No Face.
Yeah, a little bit of No Face. Very just feels has like a Japanese vibe to it in a lot of ways.
He does, where it's kind of I don't know what it is, but you're 100% correct about the idea of it being kind of a Japanese feel, kind of like, because they have so many demons and like ideas of like, I don't know what the Collector would be. Yeah, spiritual beings. He kind of seems like one of those, like, he doesn't mean ill, But
from his perspective,
yeah, he's doing right.
Mm-hmm.
But from our perspective, we're like, oh shit, you're bad and evil.
I like
Which
that the
it seems
paint
like
even goes into the foreground and background. The fact that the splatters animate forward on different levels, that is just interesting.
Yeah, he's also painting the Godmaster. So
I'm not sure how you would make that work or program that, but kudos to you guys.
Probably the parallaxing type of different levels and layers.
Yeah,
and shit.
I don't know. I mean, it's just a simple paint splatter, but at the same time, I don't.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good, but I don't know how you time that or accomplish that. I know how you animate it. I just don't know how you make that in sync. So. Good job, programmers.
Yeah, good job, the 3 of you guys, or 4 of you guys that were on Team Cherry.
I think it's a core team of 4.
I think there's 3, and then there's a musical guy.
1 programmer, 2 artists, and
that's right.
They have a PR guy too, who does like their social media and stuff.
I would say the game was made by 3 people then.
Yeah, but you can't underestimate how much.
No, he still did important work. PR guy did, but he didn't make the game.
I
So
guess.
the game was made, but they have a staff of, That's like counting HR into a game's like, what was this game made by? Well, 5 people, because one of them has HR staff. It's like, that's important, yeah, but...
From when I worked at a studio, I would still consider them, they helped make the game, because they allow you to not have to focus on things that you normally would. They don't distract you from other things. They completely take care of everything else, so you can completely focus in on creating the art, creating the assets.
I see what you mean.
They're so essential.
They deserve credit, obviously.
It just feels disingenuous to say they didn't make the game just because they didn't have a hand in creating the art or creating the programming. Because the team is so small, I don't know. I would still give them credit in that regard.
Okay. You're definitely not wrong. They deserve credit.
Whereas if I was working on Amazon and it had a giant HR firm, maybe not as much credit, but I would...
No. Now you're just saying credit's due based off of how much you anticipate that they put work into it.
I would... It
Not
depends on the size of the studio, like the amount of credit I give to an HR department. I mean, they're still important, but especially with small studios...
Tell you this, we had a company that was nationwide, my last job, that had less than 300, 400 people, and the HR department fucking sucked. So you're gonna say, based off of size only, they're like, oh, they did fine, like for what they did. It's like, no, they didn't. They did horrible.
I'm more speaking in terms of art studios and game studios from my personal experience.
So just based off of genre, you're basing the importance of and how much work someone does.
No,
That doesn't seem quite fair.
that's not really what I'm getting at.
Okay. Well, we definitely had an HR, and they were fucking terrible. And we were a smaller company out of everything. Now, obviously not 3-4 people. But do you really need an HR for 3-4 people?
Honestly, yeah.
You shouldn't fucking need to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need to. If you have fucking problem employees if you need HR for 3-4 people.
I mean, HR does more than just like managing the employees.
Yeah,
I mean,
I understand that.
Even for a company as small as like 4 to 5 people, like HR makes a world of difference.
Well, I mean, with 4 or 5 people, the job of HR could be consolidated into somebody else's position, essentially.
Yeah, but then that's something else that you have to devote your time to.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty sure every small group has done jobs that they didn't have to just be like, oh, I'm just the graphic designer. It's like they had to all pull probably HR aspects in some point in time. Like.
I guess. They do.
You and Mike and I don't have an HR department.
Yeah, but we're not that big. But if we were bigger,
we're the same size of an indie company, though.
Yeah, even still, though, I would say that even for a small group of people, especially when you start branching out to like 4 to 5 people, it would help for one of them to be completely dedicated to HR, PR, and all of those different aspects.
Yeah.
And to not have someone in that can just solely focus on that. It makes a world of difference. It's the difference between a company being very successful and I think not always being as successful.
I'd agree that isn't an important aspect, 100%. I feel like there could be hybrid positions in a smaller community of like a small-time group.
I guess, but it takes away from the creative efforts of the people that are making the content, because you need people that are specialized in typically, like, yes, when you're growing something, you don't have that. You can't employ people. You can't have people to do the work for you. But when you do get bigger and you want to just completely focus on, I just want to create stuff. I don't want to have to deal with my social media. I don't want to have to deal with finding investors or, getting new clients. I just want to be able to focus on the project, because if I'm trying to get new clients all the time, it's the reason why some artists have agents, because they don't want to have to always be on the hunt. That's their agent's job. And even though their agent will take a percentage of it, they would never get rid of their agent, because their agent is so good at getting them work.
Yeah.
And they never cheat them out.
Well, hopefully.
My experience working with GhostBot, I worked very closely with the small HR department we had. We were a studio of about 10 people, maybe, and we had about, I think we had 3 people we had that did basically HR and ran the company, while the other 7 of us did all the artwork for it. And without them, that company wouldn't be nearly what it is today. They were amazing individuals and just took care of absolutely everything else. In terms of scheduling, figuring out, when projects are due, talking to clients, handling all of that. Because as someone that, as the creative lead, yeah, there is an aspect of you have to be involved with your community and you have to be a part of the conversations when you're working with new clients. But to have someone that is solely focused on building the company and that's just their job, it changes the game.
Yeah. At that size, I'd say sure, yeah. But strictly for HR, like as in large company standards, I think, because it sounded like a lot of the HR was just 3 people, 4 people, They kind of took it upon themselves. They probably had hybrid positions, right? It wasn't just 4 HR for a group of 10?
I don't know. It wasn't really that. It's kind of hard to explain and distill exactly what they did.
All right, well, talk about that next time. Beep, bop, boop. Yeah, because a group of 10 is still a small group. Very small group, especially for something like GhostBot.
About 10 to 12 people.
I mean, yeah, regardless. HR is one of those positions, it seems like in a small enough group, it can be consolidated, depending on what the product is, what you guys are doing.
I felt like 3 was the perfect number for that, because it allowed for things in the office to be taken care of.